Welcome to RTA Motorsports.
Hello everyone and welcome. Crash here, this is RTA Motorsports, and today we're going to be jumping into some Project Cars 2 because on that poll questionnaire on what you guys want to see, this was one of the higher ones that was up there as far as what everyone voted for. So if you haven't seen our poll questions, go to our community tab on our YouTube channel, and there you could actually see our poll questions that we post. We're going to be doing a lot of different things behind the scenes pictures. There's some behind the scenes images there, as well as whenever I can, I try to let you know beforehand whenever we're going to be doing a live stream. Unfortunately, today we didn't get a chance to do that, but overall, that is our goal. We're going to try to schedule these a little bit more. Kind of a spontaneous stream, just had some free time kind of open up, and I decided to jump on the rig. And so yeah, we're gonna jump into some Project Cars 2. Haven't raced it for a little while now. There's actually a specific vehicle I want to race. If you guys have any recommendations, things you want to see on here while we're on here, you know, definitely leave it in the chat. I do have chat up, but when I'm in VR, unfortunately, I can't see what you are all wanting to see. Let's see if we get got what button I actually selected to zero the head position. Nope, don't quit the desktop. There we go. Okay, so there it is. We're gonna look at some multiplayer sessions. That's one thing I've never really disconnected, exiting session. Okay. Why am I disconnected? Very strange. All right then. See what our favorite car is. Apparently it's the Ford Falcon. And I think that's just because we did a really long race with that car. Nürburgring, of course. Laguna Seca's second spot. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we haven't taken any video, any images, I should say. Weird. I wonder why. Why does it say we are in the UK? Well, I promise you we're not in the UK. I wonder if that has something to do why we've been signed out. That is so strange. I'm not exactly sure why that happened. If anyone knows why that would happen, definitely leave it in the chat box. But we're going to... Actually, you know what? There is one thing I wanted to adjust here. So, oh look, Browse Online came back live. But one thing that I don't like, and maybe some of you could help me out with this, the H-pad and shifter. Whenever I shift in this title, I have it set to manual. You see, automatic clutch off. There's always a lag. Like I'll shift and then it'll be like, and then I'll shift. And it's always like as if I have automatic clutch on, but you can see it's off. There's no intermediate option like sometimes or something like that. And I'm not sure why that is. And I have remapped these so many times. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Let me see if reverse gear is also selected there. Let me see if clutch is correct. Come on, move up. Throttle. Whoa, okay. That throttle. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. I don't know. Nothing I could really do now. What? Handbrake. Clicking on handbrake. There we go. All right. It's acting a little finicky. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. I can see a few of you have joined in now. So let's begin. I wanted to do online. I don't know why it said we were logged out before. There we go. Okay. And let's see what is going on here. Not a whole lot of sessions going. Kind of curious to try this one, but my connection to them is not that good. There's only 4 people in this one, so maybe we'll do some private testing first. One thing I did want to try is I wanted to try the rallycross car. I don't know how well it's going to work on the California highway. This is something that I've been thinking about. I'm not exactly sure how well it would work. Kind of like as a rally, you know? We'll see. We'll see if it works out. Oh, I gotta set up my... There's that. Just setting up the motion software right now. And save that. Boom. All right, so that's running. Should be jumping in just a second. Want to get back serious into iRacing. I know not too long ago we were doing mainly nothing but iRacing until really Assetto Corsa Competizione came out. Then we started branching out again. I kind of get into these phases where I go hardcore into iRacing, and once we got our license to Class B, then we kind of leveled off. We're both Class B in road as well as oval. Make sure you could all see this. It's kind of funny. Once we got our license on Class B, that was kind of like the end of our attention span to iRacing for the moment. I think you kind of need a break every so often. iRacing just gets so intense sometimes. Dennis Johnson, am I on a public server? No, there wasn't really much going on public server-wise. There was one that we had a good connection to, but there's only 4 people in it, so... I might join in a public server in just a little bit. Just kind of always want to try this. A little bit of practice. We'll set this to... Ah, okay. Always super loud. Let me make sure the volume's on. There we go. Alright. I had a feeling Project Cars 2 was being obnoxious. Good that we went to practice just to make sure that that wasn't the case. Come on. I keep wanting to grab the sequential shifter down here, but I don't have it mapped to that. Oh, this is so much fun. This combination here. It's kind of like dirt rally fun. Oh! Oh, into the wall. Getting too cocky. Oh, no. I was not expecting that to tighten up. I don't remember cones being there. Oh no! Alright, you know what? Ah, I'm changing the views. There we go. I have to set... It is bugging me to try to shift this car. I don't know what the heck. Normally things like that don't bother me that much, but trying to shift this car with the paddles and I want to like really saw at the wheel is, it's not, I mean, having to shift the car with the paddles and wanting to saw at the wheel is not working. This car needs to be sequential shift at the shifter. I'm going to remap it real quick in settings. We're going to restart. It just doesn't feel natural to me. I keep taking my hand off the steering wheel and grabbing the shifter and then realizing that's not how you shift this car here. It's not an H pattern. So, but the Fanatec SQ does have a sequential shift option. Just we have to remap it in the options, which is right here. So that's no big deal. Wow, that was a lot more fun than I was expecting. I kind of was thinking about doing something like this. Kind of wondering if it would be fun. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Cancel. Let me turn it into... There we go. Aren't those the options that it was already at? Huh. Yeah, it's not binding the shifter. It's still on. That is weird. Why is it doing that? It's still on the wheel itself. It's not. The wheel isn't binding though. It's this that's binding. If anyone knows what the heck could be going on here, definitely let me know. Alright, now how are we in? Went to replay somehow. Okay. Let's do this again. Configuration. We're not messing with that. Edit assignments. Vehicle. So let me reassign these. No, I didn't really think I had to. So gear up. We'll put this on the wheel. This is one of the shifter issues I have with this title. I just don't get it sometimes. Alright, so it's not on the shifter right now. I mean, it's on the steering wheel. This isn't going to work. It's no big deal. You can see I now have it on the SQ shifter. And it's still stuck on the wheel. How is that happening? So weird. Oh well, we'll live with it. Let's restart the session and we'll try to make the best of it. Yeah, sequential shifter is not working. Fanatec, yes. For some reason, my H pattern is mapped, but anything sequential shift in this title, it's automatically going to the wheel. No matter, I just mapped it to my sequential shifter, but yet it's still stuck on the wheel. Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. I'm not exactly sure, but and then the other issue is the I have auto clutch set to off, but it stays on all the time. It doesn't. I don't know. But every time I shift, there's always a delay if I drive an H pattern car, and it's frustrating. I love this title, but it's so frustrating. Oh, you have the same issue. Interesting. Oh no! Hit the wall again. Cistern. Nope, it's not. I know one of these. It's got to be this one coming up. Nope. One of these gets really tight. It's this one. Ah! I stalled it! I stalled it! Come on! Oh no! Woo! Brakes are so sketchy in this car. Car just wants to slide all the time. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Got 164 miles an hour. Oh, so much on this here. get it all the way around. Yeah, baby. Oh, man. I really wish I could get my sequential shifter mapped. I mean, it's mapping, but it's just not working. Big nose down. Pulling out the handbrake. I know it's not the fastest way around the track, but oh no, no, no! So unfamiliar with this part of the track here. $172 miles an hour. Whoa. Hey, that was great. That was a lot of fun. Dustin says the motion sim seems fun. Oh yeah. You have to get on it sometime tonight. Rip that engine. I know, right? Just bounce it off the rev limiter. Did sequential work before? No. So I'm kind of wondering if I if I changed let's see, if I go to controls and maybe if we change it to just a normal V2, if that would work. Keep it on a normal V2 and let's see what happens. I'm not going to do the same thing again, but we're just going to test to see if now, for some reason, if it's mapped. I have a feeling what I'm going to have to do is I'm probably going to have to exit the title, run properties on Steam, and confirm that files are installed correctly or something like that. Nope, that didn't work. So, let's do that. Let's talk. Let's see if that could work. No time like the present to try to fix something, right? I know you're having the issue. I'm having the issue. Let's see if we can get this darn thing fixed, because that's a big reason why I don't go into Project Cars 2 anymore, to be honest with you. No betas are selected. Verify integrity of game files. Should be pretty quick. So let's talk about the Samsung Odyssey and the Odyssey Plus. We ordered our Samsung Odyssey Plus. I know a lot of you probably already know we have our Odyssey Plus coming in. We ordered our Odyssey Plus from Samsung on October 26th. It said it was supposed to be shipped out this week. Didn't give me a date. It still says back ordered on their website. And I'm noticing other YouTubers and other people in general are getting their Odyssey Pluses like crazy. And I'm wondering what the heck is going on. How come they're getting it? Where's mine? I ordered mine a long time ago. What's going on here? And I thought that was one of the first days you can order. So I expected to get it among some of the first allotments. Then a YouTuber last night, what is it, MRTV, I believe is his channel. He told me just go on the Windows store and pick it up there and get express shipping. That's apparently what everyone's doing. It's in stock in the Windows store. It's not in stock on Samsung's own website, but it's in stock in the Windows store. So I canceled my Samsung order, purchased it on the Windows store, and let's see. I have the shipping up right here. See if it has been updated at all. It's already got a FedEx tracking number. And it should be delivered tomorrow. So if you are wanting a Samsung Odyssey Plus, or if you're in the market for one, Samsung's website's not the only website. The Windows store. And it's funny enough, I actually had some Microsoft Windows credits from my Xbox account that I didn't use. I had like 25 bucks, so I was able to actually just kind of use that against the purchase, which turned out to be, better. Not necessarily cheaper because, that is my money. That 25 bucks is my money. Rodrigo Yosonga, how you doing? How are you doing? And thank you for joining in. We're trying to fix Project Cars 2, darn it, because we're having some issues with our shifters. We have verify integrity of game cache files going right now. We have 4 minutes, 20 seconds left until all the files are going to be verified, and then we're going to jump back in. You could see right there, Visana Fen. Hopefully I said that right. Visana, Vyasna, I think it's. They're having the same issue, so hopefully this works. If this works, it'll be a great help to a lot of people that are having this issue, I hope. Because right now, our sequential shifter's not being... it's being read. I'm able to map it in the title, but when I jump into a race, it still defaults to the wheel. Although none of the paddles are even mapped. I don't know why. And then my H-pattern shifter, no matter what I do, there's a delay when I shift, like as if auto clutch is on, but auto clutch is off on the options. So I don't know what's going on there. Project Cars 2 is one of my favorite titles in VR, and we purposefully do not go in Project Cars 2 because of these issues. Let's see, we got 3 minutes, 40 seconds left. You're from Argentina. Thank you so much for joining in. It must be beautiful over there right now. Absolutely gorgeous. I want to run this rally car down the California highway with the sequential shifter it was meant to. That was so much fun. And it's awkward sawing at the wheel and trying to be fast with the wheel and have to use paddle shifters. I don't think that's the way that those cars are supposed to be driven. But on the other hand, let's talk about something else. One hot topic is the whole no VR, no buy and the new Dirt title that's going to be coming out. If you guys are a fan of Dirt Rally, they're coming out, Codemasters is coming out with a descendant to Dirt Rally, essentially, their hardcore sim, and they are saying they're not going to do VR support, which is not cool. I spoke about this yesterday, and I highly disagree with their statement. They're trying to, Dirt Rally has been aimed at the enthusiast community, most people that race Dirt Rally who are not necessarily on consoles are on rigs. I mean, there are people that like to be enveloped in their rig. They like immersion. And a lot of us run either triple screen or VR, and VR is a growing community. I think they're going to be segmenting a lot of their potential customers out by not supporting VR. I understand the cost of development or anything like that, but that also should be counted into the fact of developing a enthusiast-based title for the enthusiast community. For most of us that have VR, when you're developing a title nowadays, you know, just like when you develop an enthusiast level racing title right now, you don't develop it without the idea of triple screens. You'll get torn out. You know, time and time again have we seen titles come in without triple screen support, and they end up having to implement it because the sim racing community will freak out on them. And now it's going to be the same thing with VR support. And I honestly, I have Dirt 4, I have other titles, Automobilista and whatnot, that do not have VR support, and I just don't jump into them, although they are fun titles. They are very enjoyable. Their physics models are great. Their tracks are great. If I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to jump into it. And without VR, it's just not as enjoyable to me at all. It just doesn't feel as amazing. Yes, you can't see the rig. You can't see your button boxes or anything like that, but I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Kind of curious to see how you guys feel all about that. We got 36 seconds left, and then we should be able to hopefully jump into Project Cars 2. Unless there's a major file missing, then it may have to download that, but normally that only takes about a minute. Kind of curious to see what it's going to say. Kind of hoping it finds a missing file. You know, you hate to do verify integrity of game files, and all of a sudden it comes back saying, no, we didn't find an issue. And you're like, darn. What do I got to do now? Two, one. Feel like it's New Year's. Well, I didn't get any indication of anything. Actually, there was no pop-ups, no nothing. So, I'm gonna jump back in and just see if it works. I kinda don't think it will. I think we're going to be sticking with the same issue. Sky Juice, hey, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's annoying, you know, with the whole VR thing. I mean, I'm very grateful for the titles we have right now that have VR support, but all right, let me make sure these sound settings. Nope, we lost sound settings, so let me just fix that real quick. This will just take just a second. All right. There we go. All right, we got sound again. Let's see if this worked, because now actually the title has launched in full screen. It's launched on a different monitor, not the TV that's right here. So I'm going to see if this is... No, don't exit it desktop. What are you doing? This is actually going to be working correctly now. So let's put this on V2.5. I really hope this works. Oh, interesting. Now it's saying gear up and gear down the steering wheel buttons. Before, it was always mapped to my SQ shifter. So I wonder if we remap these, if it's going to stick. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. I think we may have found the issue, everyone. Private testing. Woo! I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit hopeful, but I'm a little bit nervous. Let's see. Might have to just verify integrity of game cache files, and that might fix your issue. We always do a little bit of troubleshooting on the stream because, well, you know, things always seem to go wrong. We're not in VR. What the heck? It didn't launch in VR. But let's see if that worked. We can still see if it worked. It didn't work. Darn it, it didn't work. Wonder why. So it works with an H pattern, but it doesn't work in sequential. Interesting. I don't know what the heck. Anyway, all right. Well, the car we're gonna race in here anyway is a an H pattern car. Either way. Not exactly sure why it didn't launch in VR. But we'll get that fixed. Boom. All right. So we're going to do a race. It's going to be an H pattern mode race. I think we're going to do it. I want to check the live, the online content real quick to see if there's anything interesting going on here. Make sure we're in VR. We are. Let's reset that. Nope, nope, not what I meant to do. Not allowing me to reset my head position for some reason. See if it switched the buttons on me. All right, so there's actually a few things going on here. They're in the middle of a race right now. Let's see what this is like. Oh, there's only 2 people in it. Never mind. We'll do a normal custom race. I wanted to do the Ford. Where is it? The Mustang 66. This car is so much fun at the Nürburgring, at the Nordschleife. 22 cars. Opponent skill, let's keep it at 100. Aggression 18. I find that to be pretty standard. Works pretty good. Session duration 30 minutes. I think that should work out for us. Let's make sure we don't have yeah, practice and qualifying disabled. Grid position random. Interesting. Okay, you found that on the Steam forum. You know what? We might have to try that real quick because I know for a fact the H pattern shifter is going to still throw the same issue at us that we have been always having. So he says, right, your own risk, of course. Deleting the documents, Project Cars 2 save game, Project Cars 2 profiles, default controller settings, V1, blah, blah, blah. And then back it up, make a copy first just in case, then resetting them up. I had a different issue, but this solved it for me based on, okay. I'm sorry, everyone. We're going to go into some more troubleshooting because the H pattern, the delay shifting on the H pattern is so frustrating. I mean, I'm sure you guys could somewhat relate. Auto clutch and all that. It just never felt right. And honestly, it's been since this title came out, I've had this issue. So we're going to do that because I really want this to work right. And I don't have any other time to do it, unfortunately. My life filled up with so many things. Like chores. Save game. Save game. Then some number. Project Cars 2. I really appreciate the help. I mean, that's awesome. Okay. So we're gonna copy this. I'm just gonna paste it on my desktop here. Then we'll delete that. Man, I hope this works. All right, now we're reloading Project Cars 2. All right, so options, controller. So, yep, that changed. Gearing manual. Configuration, edit assignments. So that went back to the wheel. Let's put that back on. Boom. Gear up, gear down. This is all correct. First gear there. Let's see if it reset our... Yep, it did. We'll just leave that alone. Let's see if the handbrake is correct. Yeah, button 24. Not a button. There we go. And then we'll go here. We'll calibrate the wheel. And calibrate the pedals. Oh man, I hope that sticks. I hope it works. I really do. Kind of funny to say, but I don't really have any high hopes for it, to be honest with you. Nope. Yeah, that's not working. Yeah, it's like auto clutching too. I don't know. I don't know. It's a part of the title, but you know what? We'll make the best of it. We'll do that race real quick, and I'm sure eventually I'll find a fix. Yeah, that didn't work. I'm kind of curious. Let me go back to the options, and let's see what the assignments say. Yep, they still say this is the sequential shifter here, and it's not sticking. I don't know. The only other thing I could think of, well, I don't know. There's really nothing else that I could do. But let's do the custom race. Off camera, whenever I get some free time, I'll try to dig into the config files and see what I can figure out. 30-minute race, 19 opponents. I do need to make sure the sound settings are carrying over. Nope. For some reason, I have the monitor mirrored onto my capture card to another system, but anything you do on the main system game-wise affects the capture card, although it's not wired into the system over here. It's kind of interesting how that seems to happen. There we go. But we have sound now. We are now sound compliant. All right, so we got a 30-minute session. I'm gonna jump into here. And it looks like we're going to be starting 4th out of 20 total cars. Ah! Wow, I jumped to start on that one. Let's try that again. Redo. I still use a clutch. I'm not going to auto clutch it. Coming up on the inside. lose it! Don't lose it, buddy! Overcooked that one. Oh my gosh. I just noticed the motion sim isn't working. I had it turned off in the menus. I forgot to turn it back on. So we'll turn it back on before the next session. I'm not going to pause right now. Catch him in the turns, big time. Now let him know you're here. Oh, we got the run on him. We got the run on him. Ferrari? What you got, Ferrari? Got nothing. Woo! Come on, come on. Which way you taking? Which way you taking? Which way you taking? Which way you taking? Peace. Oh, he's still holding in there. He's still holding in there. We got him. Yep, in the rear view. Oh, mowing the grass a little bit. On my tail. Big understeer there. Starting to lose him. Might have to pick up that difficulty. one-handed. Just a split second. One split second. Make sure. I want it to turn. We're already in first place, so I want it to turn on the motion software. No, that's kind of like a big... Come on. There we go. All right, so now motion's going to be running. All right, here we go. There we go. All right. So we did get motion going. Ah, now I'm sliding off the road. Running out on the grass. I really should be on the inside. We got him. All right, we're halfway through. Potential lap is going to be a 7:43.601. Don't make any more mistakes. Starting to get a little cloudy, sun rays going in my eyes a little bit. $42,616. just overcooked it. I was trying to carry more speed. That did not work out for us at all. Why are we understeering now?
Second behind P2. Come on, keep digging.
Throw the car in there a little bit. Oh man, oh. Not racing anywhere near as smoothly as we were before. Yeah, 10 minutes. Need to clean it up. It's like 15 minutes is my threshold.
short. Keep pushing.
Ah! Turn! Turn! Darn it! Darn it! Darn it! I needed to downshift, and I was, for some reason, unknown to me, I kept it in third gear. Last lap, I need to keep it clean. I just need to focus. That third lap was an absolute travesty.
7 minutes remaining.
I know. I think we're potentially going to be around a 7:39. And I'm surprised with all those incidences of me smacking into walls. First two laps were pretty darn clean.
You're 1 second behind the leader. You can do it. Take him.
Inside there. AI is taking some risks. Running the default stable setup.
That's the best sector 1 time of anyone so far. Great job. Keep it up.
Dirt on that front ram air intake on the hood. Hitting the brakes and it's like no one's home. That was weird. definitely lost it now. Ah! There's no way I'm gonna catch them now. Darn it! Car doesn't want to turn now.
One minute to go.
Some weird flickering on the crash barriers there. That was about. Might be able to catch this car here. Currently 7th position. You know, it's funny, when I was on the carousel, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. I didn't push the car up higher on the bank. Because I should have. This car is just not wanting to fly now. Come on, first gear. Oh well. Give it our best shot. We had 2 good laps. Oh man. That ended horribly. And we were doing so good the first few laps. Look at this. We're 8th place now. Ah, that's horrible. Go for Chucks. How you doing? Kinda. Unfortunately, you got to see some of that. Let's see. It doesn't tell me how long ago you've seen that particular thing. First 2 laps, we were super clean, and then it just kind of all went crazy from there on. I don't know. So the motion rig is moving. It's kind of something it does in menus, and you could stop it, but for some reason, you saw that menu come up. It's not allowing me to... Oh, there we go. Nope. Come on. Not seeing... Oh, okay. I see why. Wasn't seeing the option to go back for some reason. We got it, though. Ooh, okay. Join this one. Bathurst Mount Panorama. Now 24 hours of Le Mans. And just a 5-lap race, huh? Interesting. Saying that they're racing now. You did say that they were qualifying just a second ago. I don't know. Let's wait. We'll wait a second. Interesting. A lot of the people in the session seem to have pretty poor connections too to the server. You run the RTR GT4 on this one. RTR GT4. Let's see what that one is. It says they're in a race, so we'll wait. Ah, this guy here, huh? That's awesome. You broke it to the top 50 in the world. Nice, man. So the Mustang RTR GT4, you race it at the Nordschleife? The Nürburgring? There's always a little bit of delay when it comes to streams and whatnot. Let's see. See what he says. So this one's also a 6-speed. Well, this one is a 6-speed. The other one's just a 4-speed. You can see here. The one we were racing before, 4-speed H pattern. This one's a 6-speed H pattern. All right, so we'll give that a try. Kind of leave everything else the same, opponent-wise. We'll get another half-hour shot. Why not, right? Make sure everything here is golden. Yes. All right. See what goes on. It's actually going to be my first time trying this car. I didn't even think to try this car, to be honest with you. I wonder if it's a newer one or... Looks like someone ran in the world, a 709, 759 in this car. Let's see how close we can get to that. Go for Chucks. What's the setup that you run? Do you run the loose or the stable? What do you recommend? Probably the loose would probably be best. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I don't even see us in the top 10. We're going to be starting 17th. 7:27 is your best time in it. And everyone that's kind of hanging out with us, thank you so much for doing so. I'm going to Loose. Okay. All right. So let's give it a shot. See what we can do. I don't think we're going to really come close to either one of those times, especially being that we're going to be racing here. We're going to be starting at the back of the pack. We're going to have to fight our way through. So unfortunately, we kind of rolled it, and that messed us up. Restart session. Oh, we have no motion. Motion warning. The only thing I don't like about this UDP setup for Project Cars 2, you got to remember to keep turning it on. All right. Resume. Ah, here we go. Oh, this is definitely an evolution of handling. This car definitely handles so much better. I'm just going off of initial feel. Start to slide that there. Car is requiring a lot of focus. It's a lot of fun. I don't mean that in a bad way, just it's pretty intense. My rig isn't moving as much, not as much suspension movement. Probably just handle second gear through that sector. Probably don't need to go to first. Look at that slide. Just making sure sound is working. Making sure you can all hear this thing. This thing sounds amazing. Not really confident yet with the brakes, so I know I'm braking way sooner than the cars ahead, but I need to make sure I know this car before I'm pushing the limits. Definitely very powerful, very torquey. I'm already pulling in these cars up ahead of us here. especially this one here. Look at that overtake there on the grass a little bit. Gotta be careful in your throttle application. I feel like this car has enough torque to keep that rear out. Fell out of the carousel early. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Woo. This is like a dirt rally feeling right now. Oh man. I don't know why I went to second gear accidentally. I meant to go to third. I mean, meant to go down to fourth. And we completely locked them up. Messed that one up big time. Trying to fix the HUD situation here. See all the cars here behind us. That's kind of a weird feeling. I don't know what button will fix that. Oh no. I don't know what button's gonna fix the HUD, but we have a very small HUD right now. Can't see information I'm used to seeing. $747.
You're all over his mirrors. Let's try and take him on this lap. See if you can force him into an error and slip past. 20 minutes remaining.
Up. Second gear through here. Really use a little bit more practice with this car. Oh! Darn it. Did that again! Second gear instead of fourth. Ah! We have some engine damage because I'm not even... Yeah, everyone's starting to pull on me now. I feel a significant power loss from that misshift. You can see him just pulling away. Probably got 148.
15 minutes to go.
Oh, the pit box is closed, huh? I'm gonna try to see if I can pit in there and maybe get some repair, but
Pressure, this is great stuff. You're going to do him in the next few laps.
Hit pretty hard by air.
Try and break away from the one behind. Getting too close to comfort.
Yeah, he was practically in my trunk.
The driver in front extended his gap to 3 seconds, but he's still got the pace to catch him, so keep the pressure on.
I have the engine damage though. At least I think I do. I mean, it seems it. 148 on that straight doesn't seem right for this car. Yeah, it's not even getting to red line so I can shift to 6. Which is not normal. Oh, I just got hit by AI again.
10 minutes to go. That's your fastest second sector so far. Great job. Keep it up.
Gonna be another 6:30 something time. Yeah, look at this, just 147. I would think this car would be pulling much faster times than that. I mean, I might be wrong, but to me it feels like we're having some engine issues. Might go into a practice session with this car afterwards, just run 2 laps real quick and just see what it feels like. It does not feel normal.
New personal best. Great job. 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, 7:35.
Fastest first section you've done so far. Great stuff.
Didn't hit the wall, at least.
4 minutes remaining. Go. 2 minutes to go. One minute to go.
Wanted to get closer to that car to kind of help me along the straight here. 27:29. After here, I'm going to jump into a practice session with this car on the stable setup. I kind of want to feel what that feels like. It's probably going to feel like it's understeering a lot, which is what I'm kind of worried about, but just right now with the way it feels, I'm able to rotate the car and get it around turns and play with it, which is really fun, but it's not feeling right from the beginning of the race to now. bit slower than last lap, partly because of that incident where we slid off the track a little bit too much. The race control made us slow down. How you doing? Let's see. John Berg, so this is the Odyssey, the first one. We have the Odyssey Plus coming in tomorrow night. Probably won't get a chance to unbox it or try it until the next day or the next morning. So that. But yeah, I love my Odyssey. I have a Vive in the closet. We are getting rid of it, but I do have one. So for sim racing, I've replaced my Vive with this first gen Odyssey. I love it. Alright, so that was a potential of 723, but we ended up getting a 737 or something like that. Anyway, I want to go into a practice and really try this car. We started 17th, we finished 15th. Oh well. Oof. Let's see. There we go. All right, let's take a look at some of these comments. Vince Van Fleet, watching a head movement makes me dizzy. LOL. Left, right, left, right. Yep. Meg, hey. Hello. That's Mrs. Crash there. Roman Robinson, Crash, looks as though you have your hands full with that car. Yeah, we were having issues with the car, and it was our fault. We did a pretty bad downshift. We downshifted instead of to fourth, we downshifted to second, and I think we did some engine damage. It just didn't feel as powerful as it should have. So I want to jump into a practice session and really get a feel for this car. Just me and the car. May like the stiff setup better. No, I really like the loose setup because, you know, it feels more like a dirt rally, sort of fun, hot lapping. But I'm just wondering for speed's sake, what would be a faster setup? Get motion going back. So the rig's probably going to jump around a little bit, which is fine. Nürburgring. Boom. Yeah, definitely I need a little bit more practice with that loose setup, but I felt like it was a lot of fun being able to throw it in the corners, and it felt really controllable. Very approachable, very predictable. There were some incidences, like mainly it was us losing focus and really overthinking everything because, you know, we're kind of on a live stream and stuff like that, but a lot of it was just me losing focus. So let's try load setup. Let's do stable. Let's see how this feels. I'm also curious to see if we were actually losing power or not. Gopher Chucks, what do you drift and where do you drift here in Project Cars 2? And do you do a custom setup or do you use one of their setups? I feel like it could be probably a little bit faster with this setup. It still slides a bit, just not as fun. Not as of a joyful setup as the loose one is. The loose one's like good for hot lapping, just to put smiles on your face. And obviously you were very fast with it. Faster than I was. Very tight now. Very, very tight. I can actually feel it in the rig, which is pretty cool. Feel the difference. This is definitely, for me, a faster setup here. I think so. I think our fastest non-crashing lap time during that race was 7:29. I think it was 7:29 something. Let's see what we can get here. Doesn't really feel like it's pulling much harder than what we were experiencing in that race. Maybe we didn't have as much engine damage as I thought we did. We were getting pulled on the back straight. We'll see. We'll see. If it starts capping out at 148, I know. Nope. We're about the same. This time actually a little bit slower, and it might be because there's no other cars on the track. We're at 146. Maybe we didn't have engine damage. Maybe it was just my over expectations of what the car should be able to do. Goes to 732. First lap out, not bad. Feels promising. Come on. That was not smooth at all. Our potential's reading a 730 right now. overdriving the heck out of it to really try to knock the time down. Instead of focusing more on staying smooth. Probably going to be like 632 or something like that. Oh my gosh, I'm not even paying attention. You know, we're not going to hit that potential line. Lap. Let's see. No, 728 does not count. A little bit smoother, not really the best. Runs a little bit smoother. The 728.913, or it actually says 728.9 flat. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. That potential was 724, but that's not what we did. 728.9 flat. Woof. I am pretty beat. Wow. That was brutal. Oh, man. Ow. Oof. So let's catch up with chat a little bit. Oh, man. I've been in the seat for a few hours now. My rear's starting to hurt a little bit. Let's see. Do I use Jake Spade force feedback enhancements within Project Cars 2? No, I do not. I've heard about it, just never use it. Meant to use it, never did. Let's see. Is that an H pattern shifting car or sequential shifting? It's H pattern. Autodrome is the best, and you run stock setup with low tire pressure out back in the Chelsea Denofa RTR Mustang. Okay, it's H pattern also. Also use Nitto RTR N5. I'm gonna have to give those a shot. You're just learning the Red Bull. The Red Bull car is crazy. That car is so difficult. Norman Robinson's got that fancy Quaife sequential shifter. I would love to try that darn thing. You have the Quaife ProSim H pattern also in your sights for the very... Oh, okay. In sights for the very next... Okay. That is the ultimate accessory. Definitely. They're huge though, so I don't know if I would even be able to really mount them on this rig. I would have to come up with a custom solution, maybe off to the right a little bit further. Yeah. The Odyssey Plus. So it should be coming in tomorrow night. Norman Robinson's asking for my review of the Odyssey Plus before he makes his commitment to the H pattern unit. It's coming in tomorrow night, so we should be able to look at it probably Thursday morning. Maybe I'll do my initial view of the headset. So Thursday morning, I'm kind of planning on doing an initial impressions video. I'm hearing a lot of mixed reports on this Odyssey Plus. Some people saying it's too blurry. Some people saying it doesn't fit right. Now, the Odyssey here, you can see here, does extend out a little spring action, and we use that kind of often when we're in the headset. We kind of pull it out, and you know, a lot of it is, you know, a little bit of play there. We don't really ever engage that spring too often, but it does have a little bit of motion, so that way I could, like, you know, pick up the headset real quick. But when it's against my head, we're not really using that spring. You know, if I pull out on the front here, it's not retracting back any further. So I think the headset should be able to fit us just fine. I know a lot of people were having fitment issues with that headset. So we'll see. And also I'm reading reports where people are saying the sweet spot of the lenses is smaller. It doesn't look like they changed the lenses though, so I don't see how that could be the case. And I also... I have a slight astigmatism. Actually, it's not necessary for me to drive with glasses on. I passed road tests, but after a while my eyes get tired, so I do wear glasses, especially if I'm working on the computer at work or anything like that. So I am also going to try them with glasses on and see how it fits, because we were able to do that with the Vive for a little bit until we changed that pad out to the super thin pad to bring the lenses real close to your eyes. But yeah, so we do have a lot of really cool content coming within the next few days. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. Hit that reminder bell so that way you could see our community posts. We post a decent amount on our community. If you have not actually checked it out, go to our channel, go to our community tab, and you could see some of our behind the scenes, or we have some poll questions in there. Definitely try to vote on those, as well as whenever we're doing live streams, we try to, if it's not a spur of the moment thing like tonight was, I tried to let you guys know beforehand that we're going to be doing a live stream. So definitely you're going to want to hit that reminder bell. Norman also asks, will there be any aftermarket sponge fitting to close the possible light bleed issue reported? You know, actually, I was thinking that same thing, because, you know, some people, they're saying that their heads are not as wide, so they're having a lot of light bleed on the side. Well, you know, the aftermarket community could easily fix that by creating bigger bolsters on the side here for foam pads, so that way some of those people can have that sealed up. Also, the nose cup issue, you can see the nose flaps here on the original one. The nose cup on the new one is huge, so some people are having light bleed issues there. I don't know if there's anything that could be fixed for that. May not affect us at all, because sim racing, you know, we just have our legs here and our steering wheel, and, you know, not really a lot of light coming through here. But we'll also try it in a lot of stand-up VR titles, like, you know, Super Hot, things like that, Beat Saber and all that. So we're going to give it the gamut, not only for sim racing, but on our final review, I want to get a broad spectrum look. But as usual, everything is going to be tailored for us sim racers, so there's going to be more of a focus on sim racing. But I'm not going to completely ignore the obvious if there's issues with other titles that are based VR titles, and this is a VR headset. But yeah, you know, the one thing that a lot of people are making a big deal about, though, is that the cushions come out on the new one, and the old one, the cushions came out as well. So, you know, we still had the Velcro on this headset, so that's going to be unchanged. But you know, we'll take a good look at everything. You do see me fiddling a lot with the headset with the earphones, and you know, the earphones are super good. They're super strong. They could get really loud, so I kind of move the headphones around a little bit once I start getting a little bit of a headache. If it's too much, I don't want to lower the volume down because you'll lower the volume down on the stream and affect you guys, so that doesn't make sense. But also because it's hot. A lot of this faux leather, this vinyl that they use on a lot of the VR headsets, and as well as like, you know, headphones or anything like that, causes me to sweat. So it makes me very hot. So I think this new cloth that they're using is actually going to be pretty beneficial for me. Some people have been saying that it feels very scratchy and it's very almost Brillo-like. So I don't know, back and forth. You know, some people love it, some people hate it. It's a very polarizing headset. I'm mainly concerned with the screens on the inside. I'm kind of curious to see with the anti-screen door effect if there's any improvement while in VR, because it is kind of hard to see the screen door effect on the Odyssey. It really is. You really got to focus on it. You know, we're not increasing the resolution, so the clarity of everything is not going to necessarily increase. So I want to see if this blur effect is really going to be a problem, especially when trying to read your gauges. A little nervous about that. We will see. Maybe a 3D printed wedge to close the gap. Yep. Go for Chucks. We got to do the forest together one day. Definitely. I'm down. All right, everyone. So I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for joining in. Had a lot of fun. It's always fun whenever I get time to get on the rig, and we have been doing it a lot more lately. But yeah, again, definitely stay tuned. We got a lot of review videos coming down the pike, some products coming in. Of course, the big one being this Odyssey Plus. Next year when they are released, we're going to also look at the Pimax. So everyone, thank you so much for joining in, and I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate all your support. And of course, we'll see you next time.